Detectives are growing more and more convinced that Nuzzio Begaren is guilty of killing his wife on a freeway ramp in Anaheim, and that his story about how 3 gang members pulled them over and robbed them is a complete fiction. Especially when they start comparing photos from the crime scene with what Nuzzio has been telling them. Nuzzio's car was parked neatly, parallel to the freeway shoulder.
Well, he's saying that he was forcibly cut off. The vehicle cut in front of him, he was forced to stop. When you look at the vehicle's position, it's just as if he pulled over and came to a stop. It's not canted, there's no skid marks, and when you look at the crime scene photographs and you see where Elizabeth's body was, it would have been completely impossible for it to have occurred the way he said it occurred.
And then there's the odd story about handing his wife a huge roll of cash in public.
So wait a minute, they go to a mall in Burbank, and in front of a Macy's, he hands her $5,000 wadded up in cash? Who does that? That is just totally nuts.
Everybody has a problem with that. And that's, I think, one of the reasons everybody was so suspicious of him.
Police phoned Nuzzio to tell him they're about to execute a search warrant on the house in Lancaster where he lived with Elizabeth. Nuzzio seems quite eager to get there before the search. Officers following him on the road can't keep up without endangering the public. And they're worried that he might turn around and head south for the Mexican border. So police notify the highway patrol.
Wow. What are you doing, man? Leave me alone!
When they pulled him over for speeding on the freeway, they laid him out face down on the cement. They call it a felony car stop. He was offended by that. CHP said, "What are we supposed to do?" Anaheim told us to pull over a fleeing murderer, which is not what actually happened.
The search of Elizabeth and Nuzzio's home turns up nothing. And the incident ends up being a huge setback for the case. Nuzzio sues the Anaheim Police Department for harassment. Eventually, he gets a settlement of $25,000.